feedback, and advice. Why this book is different. So, what can we do to close the gap between the rhetoric and the reality of good management? This book helps you by identifying the key skills you need to be a good boss and giving you the essential information you need to start practicing them. It is based on a body of expertise and evidence that we believe is unrivaled. Both authors have been working in the management field for more than 20 years. One of us, James, is the founder of mindtools.com, one of the most widely used sources of online advice for people in the workplace. The other, Julian, is a leading academic and writer and author of Becoming a Better Boss and Reinventing Management. And both of us practice what we preach. James is the CEO of the Mind Tools organization, Julian as Deputy Dean at the London Business School. Between us, we have reviewed and evaluated many thousands of tools and techniques, and we have seen how they work in a wide variety of circumstances. And we haven't just relied on our own experience in choosing the techniques described in the book. We have tapped into the views of more than 15,000 business people from around the world. These people filled in a detailed survey with their views on the most important techniques in different areas. We used their ratings to help us choose the top 100 tools featured in this book. So what are the key themes in this book? What is the distinctive point of view that we offer? First, we take a deliberately non-heroic view of the boss. Indeed, we explicitly use the word boss here to avoid the leader versus manager debate we talked about earlier. For us, a boss is simply someone who has people reporting to her and who is seeking to get things done by working through those people. She doesn't need charisma, nor does she have to offer a grand vision. Instead, she is a pragmatic individual who understands the opportunities and constraints in her role and wants to get the best from people working for her. She is thoughtful about the context in which she is working and adapts her style to the circumstances and to the needs of specific individuals. To be clear, we have nothing against visionaries like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. The world needs those one-off genius types, but they are dangerous to use as role models. You are much better off aspiring to the non-heroic approach described here, because it doesn't rely on you being a genius. Second, we avoid the quick-fix approach favored by most management books. As we have said, there are many different things good bosses do, so making the right choice involves breadth and perspective. To use a well-known analogy, we aren't giving you a hammer. We are providing the entire toolkit, a set of mind tools, and we want you to be able to figure out when to use the hammer and when to favor the screwdriver or the staple gun. 100 techniques might sound like a lot, but the point here is that becoming a great boss is hard work and requires a diverse set of skills. It's also worth noting that they cluster naturally into sets of complementary techniques, and the structure of the book makes it easy to navigate through these clusters. Third, our emphasis throughout the book is on tools, ideas that you can actually put into practice. We acknowledge the academic theories that support these tools, and we provide references for those who want to know more on the background concepts, but we focus the text on practical advice and how-to steps. As you listen to the book, you will find some sections that seem obvious, and this should be reassuring. Every manager is familiar with some of these techniques. The challenge is to become familiar with all of them so you can use the right ones at the right time. The structure of the book. The boss's job is complex and multifaceted. One useful way to make sense of it is to think in terms of 3 concentric sets of activities. The first is to manage yourself, to understand your own personal needs and capabilities, use your time wisely, cope with the challenges of the job, and develop your skills over time. The second is to manage your work and people. Recall that management is getting work done through other people, not doing it all yourself, so you should be devoting most of your time and effort to these activities. Half is task-focused. This is about getting work done efficiently, solving problems, making decisions, and fostering creativity and innovation. The other half is relationship-focused. This involves understanding what motivates others, getting the best out of them, communicating effectively, hiring and developing people, building strong teams, and dealing with difficult situations. Obviously, most situations have task and relational components, so you need to learn how to blend techniques from both halves. The third activity is to manage your wider context. This involves developing situational awareness, an understanding of the organization you work in and the competitive business environment in which it is operating. Then it requires you to figure out how to work effectively within that context, using honest tactics for getting ahead in your organization, making change happen, and working effectively with external stakeholders.